Hi, welcome to the video, and today we are going to go over ARK's price target and exactly how much growth we would need to experience to hit it. So in case you're unfamiliar, ARK released a price target of $3,000. That's their expected most likely value. They also have a bear case of 1,500 and a bull case of 4,000. I actually made this very simple Excel sheet where we calculate exactly how much growth it would take per year for it to hit these price targets. And with the power of compounding growth, it's actually not as crazy as you might think. And we'll also go over how this current price target compares with the rest of Wall Street. So let's take a look at this very colorful graph I made. I start at the year 2020 because this is our starting off point of the price. And when we go to the year 2021, this is our estimate for the end of the year 2021. So that's why I start with 2020. Right now, the price is hovering around 680. What amount of growth would we need per year to hit our price target of $3,000 by the end of 2025? And I did some basic calculations, and it's roughly about a 35% growth per year. So assuming a 35% growth per year, by the end of 2021, it would be about 911, end of 2022, 1,220, end of 2023, 1,636, end of 2024, 2,200, and by the end of 2025, we'd just be about $2,937, and we just about hit our $3,000 price target. That's it. 35% growth per year. It's definitely a lot higher than the average S&P 500 growth of about 10%. But remember, Tesla is a growth stock, meaning it's very high volatility. For that added volatility and risks, we are expected to get paid off as the investor. And most people, or at least people that are bullish on Tesla, assume that it's on the cusp of exponential growth because it only has produced 500,000 cars, and that's expected to ramp up to 1 million very soon, and then 2 million, and just it's supposed to be growing very fast. Now, when you go to an older company like Apple or Facebook, their growth percentage is just a lot lower. So instead of 35%, it might just be 7 to 10%, which is still very great returns. But those companies are a lot more mature, so you can't expect this amount of growth. And we can also look at this graph I made. So here we can see this 35% growth, which is this blue line. It's very clear. It just starts to ramp up very slowly. And if you look at this graph, it's nothing crazy. It's not shooting vertically up. It's just growing 35% a year. I also have a more realistic case that's represented by this yellow line, but we'll go over that after we go over the other scenarios. So with the bear case, meaning by the end of 2025, Tesla would be at $1,500. We would only need a 15% growth to hit this. End of 2021, Tesla would be at 800, next year 931, next year 1,089, 2024 it'd be $1,274. By the end of 2025, it'd just be about $1,500. I think this situation is fairly unlikely because actually if we go to the streets, even the bullish estimates of the end of this year. So I want to note that a lot of the price targets that Wall Street gives out, actually almost all of them, actually are only projecting 1 year out. But even in these 1 year out projections, we see price targets. The lowest bullish estimate is $1,150. Then we have $1,200, and then we have Ives, which is $1,250. Then we have Cathie Wood's price target, which Cathie doesn't really give, but the Barron's article just calculated it, projecting based on what she said their 5-year target was, and it's about $1,400 a share. I mean, this is definitely a bear case. It's possible though. Even in ARK's own research paper, they said there's a 25% chance that Tesla could be worth $1,500 or less. It's just a less likely situation. In all of these analyses, they're all estimates and ranges and probabilities. So please remember that. Finally, let's go to their bull case. This is ARK's bull case, and they think by the end of 2025, Tesla could be $4,000 per share. And for it to hit $4,000 per share, we would need it to grow 43% every single year. That is very optimistic. Even for me as a Tesla bull, Tesla would need to more than 5x to hit $4,000 from where it is now. That seems like a stretch. But when somebody says that it actually would just need 43% growth per year compounded, it doesn't seem as impossible. But now let's get down to reality. In reality, this stock is not going to grow a perfect constant 35% a year, or a perfect constant 43% a year. It's going to grow a lot more in some years and be stagnant in others. So here I have this realistic quote unquote price movement for Tesla, and this is essentially fairly random. Don't get attached to any of these numbers. I'm just showing you a potential random outcome, which is how stocks will move in the short term. It's hard to tell exactly what's going to happen. So this is my very, very rough estimate. I think it's very possible that Tesla could hit, let's say, $1,200 by the end of this year, just because we are a lot lower from its previous highs. It's going from 680 to 1200, meaning this year it would experience a 76% growth from where it is before. So that's higher than all of these other situations. But because let's say this year it grew that much, 2022, it could remain fairly stagnant if there's not any major catalysts, or full self-driving isn't exactly where we want it to be yet. Maybe it only grows 17%. And then 2023, let's say more people are starting to get on board the full self-driving. They've cleaned up a lot of the issues, and then it jumps a 43%. But let's say 2024, there's just no significant improvement, or there's a big scare of some sort and people are not liking Teslas at the time. Maybe it only grows 5%. But then let's say 2025, something amazing happens. The big transition starts to shift. Public perception of Tesla is completely positive, and then we experience another 43% growth. So looking at this stock, it's not going to be this perfect curve up. It's going to go up, sideways, up, sideways, up. It could even dip down one year, who knows, and then shoot up much, much higher. And again, there's not even a guarantee that's going to keep going up. This is just our best guess based on the information available to us at this time. But of course, as an investor, I obviously am bullish on this company. So how did the other analysts feel about Tesla other than Cathie? We went over briefly, but we'll just get a little bit more details from this article. Dan Ives has a bull case price target on Tesla shares of $12.50 per share. He rates Tesla shares as hold, and his official target is $9.50 a share. So $12.50 is his bull case, $9.50 is his expected value. Dan Ives is probably one of the most bullish analysts next to Cathie. It's not just Ives though. We also have Morgan Stanley analyst Adam Jonas. His bull case target is $12.32 a share. And a reminder, this is by the end of 2021. They don't do multi-year price targets. Jonas rates Tesla shares a buy, and his official price target for the stock is $810. We have RBC analyst Joseph Spack, who rates Tesla shares a hold, and his official target is the lowest of the three at $700 a share. His bull case price target is $1,148 a share. Now back to Woods, her price target at the end of 2021, she thinks it could be roughly around 1,400, but she did not officially say because she doesn't do short-term predictions, but this is extrapolated from her longer-term projections. Her price target is about 15% to 20% above the most bullish Wall Street projections. Initially, I remember taking a look at it. I thought this seems really, really high. Even though I wanted to be optimistic, I didn't even know how that could be possible. But doing the math and viewing it this way, it's actually not that crazy. Her prediction now is way, way more reasonable than it was a couple of years ago when her estimate was 5x or 10x more than everybody else. As of today, it's only 15 to 20% more. And that really proves to us how far Main Street and Wall Street have come along to understanding Tesla. Now, this is still not everybody. There's still a bunch of Tesla bears and people that are very, very pessimistic. This is a comparison to the Wall Street analysts that are actually bulls. But this is good information to have if you just want some perspective on the stock. But that's it for today. What's your Tesla price target for the end of this year and 5 years from now? Let me know where you think it's going to be at in the comment section below. Please like and subscribe if this was helpful. This is Green Knight Trading, where squires become knights. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon.